Hey guys, I'm MegaGWolf and welcome back to the Sonic Fan Showcase. Today we'll be looking at a game that wasn't featured at Sage and has actually been out for quite a while, but I've been getting a lot of requests to do it. A fan game made with the Game Maker program and is available on Yo-Yo Games. It's got a nice little Sonic Advance opening as well, and you'll be seeing Sonic Advance stuff as like a theme through this game, as we have a look at Sonic FGX. Now, I have actually played this game once or twice on stream before, so thankfully I knew what to expect when I got the recommendation to do this one. But as this is a recommendation and not one I've decided to showcase myself, I would assume people would want to actually know my opinion on it. Well, I'll tell you, if it wasn't for the fact that this was getting recommended so much, I probably wouldn't have shown it off right away. I'm going to be honest, this isn't going to seem too appealing from the get-go. But I'd say stick with it, because it can be quite enjoyable for what it is. It doesn't really do anything too unique or too special. It has very standard Sonic game feel, go from left to right, occasionally with some up and down bits. But what this game does offer is a lot of levels to explore and a lot of characters to use. You have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Amy, Cream, and if that's not enough, you can even import your own. And they aren't just carbon copies of each other, they do have their own little abilities. For example, Sonic and Shadow having a homing attack, as well as Tails being able to fly around and Knuckles being able to glide and climb walls. But each character also has a secondary attack. For example, Knuckles being able to punch and Amy being able to use her hammer and so on. So that's all well and good. I'll tell you overall, my feelings on this game is it's kind of at the mid-ground. Where I do enjoy it and I do have fun playing the levels themselves are actually quite a bit linear. Not enough exploration and more about holding right and jumping over platforms and pits. Sometimes there are bits where you can explore, but it doesn't feel like the game wants to reward you for doing so or there's any incentive to go down different paths. But I suppose a reason for this kind of linear decision is because this game is fast. And I'm talking ridiculously fast. Unless the game decides to glitch out on you a little bit like this area and decide to not let me continue very easily. But the game can get really speedy. At first you'll be running down a hill at fairly decent speed when all of a sudden the game decides to boost you. When this happens, you go at supersonic speeds, and I'm not kidding. Sometimes the game gets so fast you don't know how to react to the next thing that comes on screen before it hits you. I'm gonna say it. For a Sonic game, this game can get too fast. Now, graphics and presentation are a bit of an odd thing for me. Graphically, all of the sprites are from the Advanced series. Not my favourite series, personally, for their gameplay and art style, although I didn't mind the first one. But again, nothing too spectacular, nothing very original here. So unfortunately, the levels lose some score when it comes to actual new stuff. As for when you're playing the game can feel, or at least seem, very clunky, as things move really fast and sharp. Watch Amy as she goes over hills and does certain actions throughout the stage. You just feel like things are a bit too unpolished, I suppose. I understand this is made in Game Maker and it's probably very difficult to do exactly what I'm saying. It still doesn't hide the fact that it's there, really. All the edgy movements can be a bit jarring sometimes. I think what might be the cause of it is the way the camera's set up. It is stuck on your character, like so much that no matter what slope you go up, it will stay on you. And that can actually make it seem a lot worse than it actually is. I don't know if you can set up something in Game Maker to make some kind of camera smoothing or something, but that would really help, I think. Not that I think anything I can suggest will affect the game, considering I think development stopped on it about 4 years ago. When it comes to music, it seems like it likes Sonic Heroes quite a bit, but you might hear some other things in there really, nothing original unfortunately. So yeah, if you didn't guess, this game is kind of basic. But if you can look past that basic style and the few faults the game has, it can be enjoyable for what it is. I'll be honest, when I'm streaming, I enjoy just loading this game up and running through the levels really fast. It's a good little pastime and I do give it a recommendation. Also, it could be fun to try and put your own character in the game as well. Like Steve the Mustache! I'm MegaGWolf and I'll see you on the next Sonic Fan Showcase.